Morning everyone, it's Audrey, Stitchy Witch 42, and welcome to 2020. Yeah, I know, it's the 10th of January, so I'm a little bit late on that, but it's my first video of this year, so I felt I could get away with saying that. How you doing? It's been a month. My last video was recorded on December 9th, I think it was, and today's January 10th, so it's been a month. I have a lot to talk about and minimal stitching to share. I was distracted. Yes, I was distracted. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go over some of the things from Christmas, and then I want to talk about what whip, and then I want to talk about my rabbit hole of journaling, and I hope people will stick around for that. Touch on First Thursday and a giveaway, and then plans. So yeah, it might be a long video, it might not be. We'll see what happens. Okay, since it's been a month and Christmas happened, I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you to everyone who sent me Christmas cards. Thank you for thinking of me. I really, really do appreciate it. I failed spectacularly on sending out Christmas cards. I started sending out some to my friends and relatives, and there's very few that I send out anymore. And then I sent out a few to some of my fellow floss tubers and friends that I've made through this community. And I didn't write down any names as to who I sent to. And then I started receiving cards, and I thought, well, I'll reply to the cards I received. And I did some of that, and then I realized I had no clue who I sent cards to, so I didn't know if I was replying to a card and I'd already sent one out, so I just stopped. I just stopped, and yeah, that was my fail. And it really kind of was. But I received a lot of cards and postcards. I got the beautiful postcard of Daleen with her chickens, and I got one from the Bee Sisters, and then I got a postcard from Marcy Thiessen with her family of gnomes, and all of them were just, all the postcards, the cards, everything was just spectacular. At one point, I think I had received a package, and then later on Mark went out and got the mail, and there were 5 Christmas cards, and he handed them to me and he goes, "Do you think you have enough friends?" Never. Never. Thank you to everyone. But some people did send a little bit of extras, and I wanted to show some of those. Okay. I don't know where to put things. Isn't that always the situation when we do videos? I received a lovely card from Colette Kingsley, and along with that card she sent this beautiful color and cotton floss. Hold it against my arm. It's purple and blues and just absolutely gorgeous. I've never used color and cotton before, but I will be playing with this one. And then another person who sent me some floss was my friend Melanie Smith. Only this time she sent a silk. This is her own dyed silk. Absolutely gorgeous. And I think I know what I'm going to use this for. I have some other silks upstairs in the library. I've not used any of them yet. I don't know why I haven't used them yet. This is soft. I'm petting it. I'm sitting here petting the silk. I received from Dawn, Frosty X Stitch, this gorgeous sculpted candle and chocolate. And I couldn't share the chocolate with Mark. December, both of us went to see the doctor for our health, just normal every 6-month checkups. You get to that age and you have to have every 6-month checkups. He has been dealing with type 2 diabetes for several years now, and he's been taking medication and shots for it. And when he went and saw the doctor in December, the doctor said, Mark, this is it. You have to adjust your diet. So he is, which means I am. And since I so far do not have any issues at all with diabetes myself, and hope that I never do, I ate all the chocolate, Dawn. So, thank you. But don't send any more, because I don't need it. And I can't share it, so yeah. There you go. What can I say? I received from Candace Slub Lover Stitches this package, and in it was some Gentle Arts Midnight Floss, this little fob here that has these little clips on them, which I've started using these little clips. Can you see those? The quilt clips. So I will definitely make use of those. She sent a couple more of the Peels thread spool huggers. And then she sent this little thing. Looks like a matchbook, right? You open it up and it has a piece of felt in there, and it's got a couple of needles and a safety pin. And this little thing gave me ideas. And we will get into those later. Alrighty. You know, you start the videos and you have everything all nice and organized, and then you start talking about stuff and everything becomes a mess again. Okay, I have to pause for a moment. Remember last August when I talked about going to Lori's house in Sisters, Oregon? There was 9 of us that went there for a stitching weekend, and it became the weekend of bacon, and we started calling ourselves the Bacon Sisters. Well, one of the ladies that was there, Lisa Rio, she lives over in Bend, which is right next to Sisters, fairly close to Sisters. She sent out packages to all of us that were there, and I don't know if this is a sewing roll. I don't know if it is a housewife. I'm not even sure if I know what a housewife is, but I'm going to call it a bacon roll because it's rolled up. And the fabric on the outside is bacon. And inside is 3 little vinyl pockets. In the top pocket, she sent floss. Now, I think she personalized the floss to everyone because mine is magical. Mine is Merlin. Because, you know, magic. In the bottom pocket is something that I can't get open. Ugh. Hold on. Don't pull it open, it twists open. Yes, I am naturally blonde. Sometimes it's more evident. A needle case, a seam ripper, But to me, I think the best of all of this, and it's all spectacular, is what's in the middle section. Pig scissors. Here's a little piggy here, and it's got a pink snout to cover the tips, and she sent pig scissors in the bacon roll. Thank you, Lisa. This is just amazing because the quality, the craftsmanship, the details, there's trim in here, and totally impressed, and just absolutely amazing. I feel like I'm missing someone with things that were sent to me, and I apologize if I am. Anyway, thank you for thinking of me if you did and you sent a Christmas card. I so appreciate it. Alrighty. So, stitching. When I did my last video, I said that I wasn't going to do a video until January because I thought that there might be minimal stitching throughout the month, and I was correct. I was playing in the rabbit hole of junk journaling and having so much fun that from the time I recorded that video, I did not pick up my cross stitch again until the 30th of December. Yeah. So when I did, I picked up my Alphonse Mucha. The Evening Star. I am still working on her. I'm not going to show you a picture of where she's at because you can't see that there's much difference. But I am working up here on this top border. And I got all the white stitched. I have some confetti to fill in this area here, and I've just started on this inner border here. And I am trying not to do any more past that inner border there until I get this finished, because I know that I want to have some fun and start seeing her develop. And yeah, so I worked on her December 30th and December 31st. This is the minimal stitch, cross stitch video. But January 1st, start of the new year, start of the first event in the Facebook group, What Whip, which was created by Melanie Watkins. And I talked about that on the last video, and she created an event that went from January 1st and will go through to January 31st called Burr, It's Cold Outside. And the whole idea of that event is to take a cold and lonely whip that you've been working on out and put at least 20 stitches each day into this project to get it towards being finished in 2020. So the project that I took out was Winterberry Snowman. This is a Kaniki's Prims and Whims pattern. I am stitching it on her 36 count Prim stained linen. And the last time I showed it to you, it had these two snowmen, and it was about there. I did not start this on the 1st. I picked it up on the 2nd when I went up to Acorns and Threads. And at Acorns, I finished stitching this part of the outer border here, and then I started working on this snowman, and I got him finished, not up there, but within the next couple of days. Then I started working on these vines here, and I realized that I missed one stitch. I don't want a frog. So I thought, okay, what I can do is I can come here and I can do this snowman, and then I can adjust the vine to make it match up again. This snowman here, this is Abner. Abner, the abominable snowman. He's a prick. He caused me so much problems. All these little dark stitches here for his mouth. Okay, fine, it was me. I forgot to leave spaces for them. And then I realized I was one stitch short on his overall height. And I thought, that's okay, I can make it work. So when I finished him and I came back here to do the stitches down here and adjust it so that I could match up down here, not only was I now 2 stitches shy, but somewhere I'm a half a stitch off. And I fudged it. And I'm leaving it because Abner's a prick. It's my story. And I'm sticking to it, man. Sticking to it. That's it. That's my cross stitch. That's all the stitching that I've done. I have stitched on Winterberry Snowman every day except for January 1st. So I am doing really, really good on following that part of the prompt for this event in Melanie Watkins' group. Now is the part where I'm going to talk about junk journaling, and part of it is cross stitch related, part of it isn't. But I've been having so much fun. I have been watching videos and seeing how people do these different things, and I was mesmerized by all of it. I mean, I was watching video after video after video, and then I thought, okay, I've been watching all of those. What I don't know how to do is how to prepare the paper. So I did a search on YouTube for how to tea stain paper because I'd never done anything like that before. Found a video that gave really good instructions. And if you're interested in any of these videos that I've watched, if you go to my channel, there is a playlist that says junk journaling, and I think there's maybe 25 videos in that file. Those were all the ones that I really liked and took information from. So if you want to get into junk journaling yourself, or if you already do it and want to see some new videos, maybe you've seen them before. My list is on my channel. Anyway, I watched this video on how to make the paper, how to prepare the paper, to make a tea bath and bake it in the oven and then iron it, and I spent a morning doing that. And I've done it 3 times now. The first time I just did the tea stain, or the tea bath. The second time I did it, when I took the paper out of the bath and laid it on the cookie sheets, I sprinkled coffee grounds on it, and that made different stains appear on the paper. And the last time I did it, I added a little bit of turmeric to it, so the paper took on more of a yellowy cast to it. I had fun doing all that stuff. I then watched a video that talked about making these little fold-out booklets to go in the journals, and that was my start. I had this stack of paper that I had just stained and baked and ironed, and I went over and I took one of them and folded it in half lengthwise, tore it into fourths, stacked it together, took it upstairs, and sewed it with my sewing machine. First time I'd ever sewn paper. But then I sat up there and I pulled out some ink stamps. Years ago, I never really got into scrapbooking, but years ago a friend of mine had a home party for ink stamps, and I bought a lot of them, and I've kept them over the years because my son played with them, my granddaughters have played with them. Every once in a while I get them out and use them for something. So I started playing with them with this little booklet. And then I thought, okay, I've watched enough of these videos, I can make one. I can sit up here and I can make one. So I did. And I didn't like it. I did not like the finished results at all on that very first journal. But I learned stuff from it. I learned things I don't like. I learned some techniques. But the overall finish was not what I was looking for. So I went back to watching videos. And at First Thursday, not this first Thursday, the last First Thursday, I had been talking with Lisa Smith, Kindered Stitcher, and she said that Michelle Rudy, Farm Girl, was doing some junk journaling too. Well, I watched some of her Vlogmas, and she had a journal that she showed, and I really was intrigued by it. So I then went and did another YouTube search for how to make a junk journal. I have a hummingbird outside. It's right outside my window. They like our house during the winter because I feed them, and I just put out fresh for it today. Anyway, I did another search, this time how to make a journal out of a file folder. And this is what I created. I had so much fun putting this together that I made in that week 5 like this. It opens up. It has pockets. You open it up inside. There's a long pocket here. There's a little pocket here. The signature or the paper is this part right here. There's more pockets back here. And this is the little booklet that I made. Just little pages. I had so much fun playing with these. Like I said, I made 5 of them that week. One of them was a Christmas gift that obviously has been given away. The other 4 look like this one. And I made these to send to my teammates in Melanie Watkins' group, What Whip. We're Team 9, or me, as I like to think of us, we're Team 9 3/4. Why not? What can I say? But I was having so much fun making these, and I decided this little thing that Candace sent me is something that could be used for journaling too. So I made some little thingies like this. And then I started playing with some other stuff that I was making for sending out to my teammates. And I came across this tag in a package from Tim Holtz. It's embellishments that you can use for whatever. And this brought back so many memories. If you look up and you look at this tag, it says United States Line, Cabin Class, Steam Room. It's a luggage tag. I've told you, if you've watched my videos before, that I am from a military family. My dad was in the Air Force. Each of my siblings and myself, we were all born at different duty stations. My sister was born in Colorado. My brother was born in Washington. I was born in England. My younger sister was born here in Oregon. We came from England to the United States when I was 2 years old on that ship. That ship is the SS United States. when I was little, I found, in the house I grew up in the hallway, there was a linen cabinet. Big cupboard on the top, big drawers down below. And in one of those drawers was all this stuff that my mom had kept from when we traveled over on the SS United States. One of the things that was in there was a passenger list. And I loved looking through that because in it was the names of everyone who was a passenger on that ship. And my name was in there, Miss Audrey C. Davis. First time I had ever seen my name in writing in anything. And I was fascinated with it. I remember looking at all of that stuff, and I just loved all that stuff. I didn't remember being on the ship at all because I was 2. But I loved looking at all the stuff. When my mom passed away, a couple years after she passed away, my dad threw all that stuff away. And that's always driven me nuts because I would have loved to have had it if I had thought to ask for it, but I didn't, and I don't have it. But here I am junk journaling, and I come across this tag, and it just brought back all these memories. So I was talking with my husband Mark and my son Philip, and Mark goes, have you looked on eBay to see if you can find any stuff from the SS United States? I've looked over the years, but I hadn't looked recently. I found a couple of things which I bought. They haven't arrived yet. I know that I will be sharing them in my next video. But Mark found something. It's not cross-stitch, and believe me, it's not something I'm going to do. But he found a model. This is the ship that I came across from England to the United States on the SS United States. So I'm going to ask my son to make it for me. This ship is still in existence. It was decommissioned, I think, in the late 60s, early 70s, and it's been stripped down. Over the years, there have been a couple of passenger ship lines that have thought about purchasing it, but it's going to take millions upon millions of dollars to restore it to use. But it is still currently sitting in a port in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I don't know whether I want them to restore it or not, because if they do, I'm sure it won't look anything like it originally did. And I know I don't want them to scrap it, which has been one of the options. It's the last of the United States Line ships that's still in existence. There's also been talk about having it scuttled and making a reef out of it. And while I hate that idea, I think it's the one I like the most. Because if it can't be original, I don't want to see it, and I don't want it sold for scrap. That was a rabbit hole. So anyway, all of that because I found this tag. I know that we came over either late 1961 or early 1962. It was being used from the mid-50s until it was decommissioned to carry military families back and forth from England to New York. So getting back to this, I made 4 journals. I sent 3 of them off to the 3 ladies who are members of my team in Melanie's group. Deanna Walter, you may remember her as Tuxie Twin Stitches on YouTube for a short period of time. She is Darling and Whimsy Designs on Instagram. Amy Jones, who is Gable Stitches on YouTube, and Ellen. And I'm not going to mention Ellen's last name because as of right now she does not have a YouTube channel, and while she is on Instagram, I don't know what her Instagram name is yet because she hasn't been using her Instagram. So I'm going to pause the video here and start back over because I still have more to talk about. So hold on. Okay. So I sent off these journals to my ladies. My whole thing is that I'm going to use this one specifically for recording my stuff for What Whip. And I used the first page here to write down the event in the group, and I wrote here sideways what project I'm working on. Winterberry Snowmen. And I made a note in here about Abner, the abominable snowman, because he's a prick. I didn't write that. I was good. I was kind of good. In my little booklet here that I made, I wrote down information about my ladies. I have their addresses, and I'm not going to show anybody the addresses. But basically, I have these little pages, and I'm going to use it to keep track of information about them, because part of what this group, what we do as teammates, is we're supposed to send things to each other, either snail mail or emails, once a month to encourage each other to finish our projects that we've chosen. So that's what I'm using this journal for. While I was making these, and I had the manila folder cut out, and I'm staining the edges as I did, it kept opening and unfolding and everything, and an image popped into my mind of something else that anybody who knows me and knows my love of Harry Potter would realize that what I started thinking of was the Marauders map. So I made another one with the Marauders map. And the inside is identical to the other one. But all the stuff in here and on the inside is all free print art of Harry Potter. And I've got the walking feet down there, and I've got a map of the inside of the castle. And I was just having fun with this. So much fun with this. That I made a second one. A second one. Again, it's got a pocket inside here. It's got a pocket here. It has a pocket here. It has the little sheets here. It has a pocket here. It has the signature. The signature is the paper used in the middle of it. I don't know why it's called a signature. There's another pocket here. The different papers that I use, tea staining them. This one, this is what I want to give away from this video. So, this is what I want to give away from this video. But before I get into that, I want to talk about First Thursday. Yes, I like doing this to you. Tease you and torment you. It's what I do with everybody I like. It works for me, okay? So, January 2nd, First Thursday, I was late getting up there this time. I woke up in the morning and I had a bit of a sinus headache. So I just hung around the house until my head was less stuffy. So I got up there probably closer to 1 o'clock. I'm usually up there. The shop opens at 10. I'm usually there between 10:30 and 11. And again, when I walked in, it was packed. It has been since this summer. And I love it. I mean, I seriously love that this little group that was started by 4 of us has grown into what it is, and are so many people that are coming now. I know that Janine and the ladies at the shop enjoy it so much. We are the largest group that meets up there. She has several different groups that meets up, but we are the largest group that meets up there now. And I think she had 4 tables set out for us, and it was lined with everybody. Shortly after I got there, Lisa Smith showed up, Lori McCleary, Testsylust, showed up, so they had to add another table. And it was fantastic. I got to sit next to Cheryl from Stitching with the Sisterlies and chat with her for a bit. She tried to get a hold of Colleen to do a phone chat while she was there, and Colleen wouldn't answer her phone, so we didn't get to visit with Colleen, but we did visit with Cheryl, and I really, really enjoyed that. I also got to sit next to a lady that I had not met before. Her name is Jennifer. She came down with Becca, Sambury Stitchers, and Becca was telling me that chances are Jennifer won't be able to come back to another one of First Thursdays because of her job, but they meet up on Monday nights in Kitsap, I think that's how it's pronounced, Washington. So maybe I'll travel up there one of these Monday nights and join their group. Who knows? It could be fun. Actually, I take out the could be. I think it would be fun. Also, while I was there, Lori started stitching her first Alphonse Mucha. She has watched my videos and seen the ones that I've done, and obviously I've been to her house in Sisters, Oregon, so we've been friends for a while. When I was in Sisters for that weekend, she asked me to bring my Alphonse Mucha, the Moon, over to her place because she hadn't seen it in person. So I took it with me and inspired her to start her own Alphonse Mucha. So she's doing, if you know his artwork at all, just Google him, Alphonse Mucha. She's doing a piece called Autumn, and she bought it from the same company that I had gotten the Moon from. Neither one of those patterns has his usual border on it, which the border is one of the things that I like. The borders. A lot of his artwork has borders like this. The Moon did not have a border, and the piece that she's doing, Autumn, does not have a border. But to me, that's well, it's part of the original artwork. It's part of the appeal to me. But anyway, the nice thing about it is because I gave her the Moon. When I left her house that weekend, I was thinking about it. It didn't fit in with the other Alphonse Muchas that I had done, and I was never able to visualize where it was going to be in my house. But she told me exactly where it would hang in hers, so I gave it to her. Because obviously I was making it for her, and I didn't know it until that moment. But she started hers, so I'm excited because now I get to see somebody else working on one of these, and hopefully she and I can feed off of each other and encourage each other to get them finished. And I can't. The piece she is doing is called Autumn, and it's gorgeous. So I'm looking forward to watching that. Also, at First Thursday, I got to meet another lady who is a member of the Pacific Northwest Stitches. Her name is Joanne Hodges, and she has a floss tube channel. She is Crafty Hodges Stitches. She has done other videos just under Crafty Hodges. She's done junk journaling, she's done cross stitch, she's done punch needle. She showed up And so I got to chat with her for a few minutes, and I have watched her first cross stitch video. She seems like a wonderfully nice lady, so check her out. She's my shout out for the week. Alrighty, looking at my list. Yeah, I think I've pretty much talked about everything, so let's get back to the giveaway. You see, I drag it out because I want you to watch the whole video if you're interested in the giveaway, just to see if you'll stick around. So this is the junk journal that I am going to offer for a giveaway. It's a Marauders map. So be 18, be a subscriber. This time I'm going to check. Don't say giveaway, and use Marauders map as your comment. And I will leave this open for 2 weeks. So today is the 10th. That would be keeping it open 14 days would be the 24th. Yeah, January 24th. It's my mom's birthday. Anyway, I will keep it open for 2 weeks. When I draw the person's name, I will contact them through their original comment on this video and send it off to them that way. The reason why I'm saying it that way is because I don't know when I will do another video. I've been doing minimal stitching. I've been working on my Winterberry snowman, and I've got other projects that I want to finish from last year. I have not started anything this year. I have a pattern picked out to start. I have some projects that I want to get done to send to some friends. I haven't started on any of those. Right now, I'm feeling like I want to focus on finishing the 5 projects that I carried over from last year, which means I don't know when I'm going to have anything that's share-worthy to do another video. So at the moment, my idea is to cut back to once a month, to do a video right after First Thursday, because that's always fun to share. But that's kind of where I'm at mentally with doing videos at the moment. And next week, I could end up doing another video. I don't know. My plan is right now to do once a month when I have something that's share worthy. But anyway, I don't know how cohesive this video has been. It is what it is. It's the way all my videos are. Yeah, whatever. If you are interested in getting a junk journal from me, say Marauders map, B18, I ship internationally. Although, one of the ladies on my team, Deanna Walter, she lives up in Newfoundland. I sent her version of this one, and Amy and Ellen received theirs in just a couple of days. It took like 3 weeks mailing international for Deanna to get hers. So I will send this one international. It just might take longer. The other junk journal that I made, this one I really, really liked. It's different. Instead of being a manila folder, it's an envelope. And you're going, yeah, so what? It's an envelope. This one is made out of 2 envelopes, and it's decoupaged. The back, you have a slit that holds it closed. And just like the others, it opens up. I have journaling pages here. You can journal on this page. There's a pocket here. Since I started junk journaling, I've made 11 in a month. I'm just a wee bit hooked. Yeah, there you go. So anyway, thank you all once again for coming and visiting with me, for putting up with my rambles, for my rabbit holes, for talking about the SS United States, which is part of my history. Live long and stitch on, my friends. Hopefully I'll be back in a month and have something more share-worthy. Until then, enjoy your stitching, enjoy your crafting. If you fall down the junk journaling rabbit hole, let me know. If you have people that you want me to watch that are in junk journaling, let me know. If you think I'm crazy, let me know. Bye.